everyone, this is Nate. What does this pencil have to do with economics? Let me tell you. I was watching the Republican National Convention last night, and their tagline is, "We built this." After every speech, every story that they had, they talked about their businesses and stuff. They said, "We built this." The first thing that came to mind was an article originally published in 1958, written by a man by the name of Leonard Read. If you don't know who he is, I'd recommend you look it up. He was the founder of the Foundation of Economic Education. And he wrote in this article about a pencil. Now, a pencil is something very simple. We don't really think about where this pencil comes from. You only spend like a few cents, a couple dollars for a pack. It's really cheap. But he goes on to say that not one person in the whole world knows how to make something as simple as a pencil. So he talks about, where does the wood come from? Well, someone has to plant a tree. The tree grows up. And also you have to think about the tools that go into cutting down this tree. Let's say you're using chainsaws or whatnot. You need the metal and all the machinery that goes into that. Someone has to make those. You got to think about transportation, getting the wood over to the mill to cut it. You got to think about the gasoline, who has to refine the oil and whatnot, as well as make the trucks, the vehicles you use. You got to think about all the electricity and stuff that powers the mill. You got to think about where that comes from. The eraser, where does that rubber come from? As well as the lead, that comes from someplace. And all these are complicated processes that just combine so many aspects of the market that are so complex that not one person could do it on his own. He goes on further in the article to say that really there's not one supreme mastermind behind the pencil. You don't have a pencil czar or a U.S. Pencil Commission that oversees this thing to make sure it runs smoothly. This is just a summary. I'm not going into too much depth. He went in a little bit more. And it's a really good read. I'd highly recommend reading it. I'm going to post a link for you down below. And the amazing thing is, this is just something simple. This is just a pencil, right? Imagine something more complex, like what goes into making an iPod or a smartphone. It just goes to show how amazing the free market is. That's all, folks.